If you live for football, then you'll feel right at home in these cities. Welcome to MojoTravels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 cities that football fanatics need to visit. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to MojoTravels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be trawling the globe to find the ultimate destination for football fans. Cities will be ranked by the amount that the city lives and breathes football, clubs within the city, rivalries, and other attractions from museums to historic stadiums. Number 10. Glasgow. While the national team may not have provided fans much to celebrate lately, with the return of Rangers from the bowels of Scottish football into the Premiership, Glasgow has returned as one of the best cities for visiting football fans. The Old Firm derby between Celtic and Rangers boasts a rivalry that is sporting, political, and spiritual, with the city divided between the white and green of Celtic and the royal blue of Rangers. If you don't get the pleasure of taking in Britain's most intense football rivalry, then be sure to check out their football stadiums in Ibrox Stadium and Celtic Park, two hallowed grounds that were built in the 19th century. If museums are more your thing, however, Hampton Park is also home to the Scottish Football Museum. Number 9. Mexico City. With Mexico, a country that is as football crazy as they come, Mexico City is their footballing mecca. The historic Estadio Azteca, which now holds up to 87,000 fans, has seen its fair share of history, playing host to Diego Maradona's infamous Hand of God and Goal of the Century, and 2 World Cup finals among many other moments. But beyond the Azteca, Mexico City also boasts massive clubs such as Cruz Azul, Pumas, Atlante, and of course, Club America, where fans of all teams head downtown post-match to celebrate or commiserate. If ever you needed even more convincing of how much Mexico City lives and breathes football, Mexican fans watching downtown set off earthquake detectors due to their celebrations following Mexico's goal against Germany during the 2018 World Cup. Number 8. Dortmund. If you ever find yourself wanting to get a genuine fan experience, then you need to head to Dortmund. Not only are tickets cheap due to fans having the final say on how the club is run, but Germany allows for standing sections in their stadiums, and Borussia Dortmund's Signal Iduna Park boasts the best by far. With a capacity of 24,454, the southern stand, dubbed the Yellow Wall, is one of the most imposing and incredible sights to behold within a stadium. Head to the official German Football Museum or DFB Museum in town, grab bratwurst and a beer from outside, and enjoy the spectacle. Oh, and if you get the pleasure of taking in a derby between Dortmund and Schalke 04, it will be quite the spectacle indeed. Number 7. London. Sure, Manchester boasts the rivalry between City and United fans, but London gives you more bang for your buck, so to speak. There aren't many cities in the world that host as many clubs as London, and even fewer can boast the quality of London. Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, West Ham, Crystal Palace, Fulham, and many more all call London home. So once you've had enough football chit-chat over a pint with some locals, be sure to take the stadium tours of the respective London-based clubs, where you'll find that most stadiums have their own museums as well. On top of this, catching a match at the historic Wembley Stadium is a bucket list item for most football fans. Number 6. Milan. Milan isn't just a destination for fans of fashion. Just as the colors blue and red tend to divide cities across Europe, Milan is no exception. The Derby della Madonnina, or the Milan derby between Inter Milan and AC Milan at the San Siro, would be hard to pass up for any football fan. More interesting still, like other teams in major cities, the two sworn enemies share a stadium, which in itself is a wonder to behold, as the 80,000 capacity San Siro is one of the most unique stadiums in Europe. Special mention should be given to the Stadio Olimpico, AS Roma, and Lazio for making Rome an attractive option for football fans, but if you want to go to the most successful football city in Italy with some of the most passionate fans, head north to Milan. Number 5. Istanbul. Welcome to hell. That's how Galatasaray fans welcome their opposition at Turk Telekom Stadium, one of the many teams and stadiums within the football-crazy city of Istanbul. Thankfully, the people of Istanbul are much more welcoming, with the passion of Turkish fans being known around the world. An anything-goes celebratory style in the stands will often consist of pyrotechnics and impassioned chants. The literal continental division amongst fans of the respective clubs is awe-inspiring. As supporters are known to arrive at the stadium as early as 2 to 3 hours before kickoff to prepare their flags, flares, and banners for the tifo. With the oldest club in the country, Besiktas, and the most successful team, Fenerbahce, both competing with Galatasaray for city dominance, there's more than enough football-centric activities for you to get into in Istanbul. Number 4. Rio de Janeiro. The picturesque coastal town of Rio de Janeiro is the home of Fla-Flu, not a virus, but the name of the derby between local teams Flamengo and Fluminense. What takes this extremely tense rivalry to the next level for football fans is the fact that it is always played at the iconic Maracana Stadium. The stadium, originally built for the 1950 World Cup in Brazil, has welcomed outrageous crowds of over 150,000 spectators on 26 occasions. Though it has gone through a virtual complete renovation, it still stands as one of the most historically rich football stadiums in the world, and a must-see for fans. But if you feel like playing rather than spectating, there's always a match to be found on the beaches, streets, and every nook and cranny of this footballing paradise. Number 3. Barcelona. FC Barcelona's club motto is Més que un club, or more than a club, and Barcelona as a city is more than just the team of the same name. Barcelona's other top team, RCD Espanyol, may not have the international appeal or success of their big rivals, but they are La Liga mainstays, and the rivalry between the clubs is genuine. If you ever get a chance to catch a Barcelona match at their emblematic Camp Nou stadium with 100,000 other fans, ensure that you do so. Regardless of whether it's a match day or not, however, the Camp Nou Stadium and Museum Tour is one of the best experiences a footy fan can ask for. Unless, of course, you're a Real Madrid fan. Hey, speaking of which. Number 2. Madrid. For any football fan, there's one team that has been almost ever present in the history of the game, and that is Real Madrid. But as of late, their crosstown rivals Atletico Madrid has risen to prominence, giving Los Blancos a run for their money both in the standings and in the Madrid derby, a rivalry that stretches back to the Francoist period of Spain's history. The Santiago Bernabeu, home to Real Madrid, has seen its fair share of Champions League success, while Atletico's new home, the Wanda Metropolitano, plays host to the 2019 UEFA Champions League final, which is reason enough to travel to Madrid. If you haven't been convinced yet, the Real Madrid trophy room, which you can view as part of the Tour Bernabeu, includes their 13 European Cups and is something truly remarkable to behold. Before we get to our top destination, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Buenos Aires. The Superclásico has got to be at the top of your viewing bucket list. Buenos Aires is the hometown of Argentinian legend Diego Maradona, who can regularly be spotted at La Bombonera, the home of Boca Juniors, taking in the sights. Across town, River Plate's El Monumental is a gargantuan bowl that would intimidate even the steeliest of visiting opponents. While both stadiums offer an incredible matchday experience, their museums are packed with trophies and unique memorabilia. But Buenos Aires isn't just River and Boca, as the so-called Big Five is rounded out by Independiente, Racing Club, and San Lorenzo. On the streets, in the stands, and across the country, football grabs a hold of Argentina year-round, but to an unprecedented degree in the lead-up to the Superclásico.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MojoTravels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.